So two things. Yes, my hair is very fluffy and annoying right now. That's because I've just had it in a bun all day and I just took it out and I haven't done anything with it. And two, no, I'm not wearing any makeup, and yes, I know I don't look the best. I had a request for my foundation routine, and I can't do my foundation without not wearing makeup at first. So let's just get right into that and fix this mess. So for foundations, first thing, you always want to use a very good moisturizer. I'm still in love with my Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer. Absolutely still in love with it. And the next thing that you'll need is a really good primer. I have a couple variety of primers. I have the L'Oreal Beauty Confidential Primer, the Origins Perfect World Primer, Smashbox Photo Finish. I have the color correcting one somewhere, and then I have the MAC Strobe Liquid. I like to use a combination right now, just because the way the weather is. So I kind of do like a combination of a little bit of Smashbox and a little bit of Strobe. But right now it's not that bad, so I'm just going to use Strobe Liquid. And you don't have to do this, but I've been applying it with a brush just because it's a little bit easier. And if you're wondering, this is the 191 brush. It's just a square version of the 190. The only reason I'm not using my 190 is because it's dirty. So you just take about that much and you just kind of paint your face with it. So this is more like using a paintbrush in my opinion. And I seem to get better coverage with it. So you're just gonna spread this all over. Give your foundation something to work with. And the cool thing about the strobe is that it has shimmer in it. So the shimmer kind of gives your face like that dewy look. Okay, and once I have that, that just kind of gives my makeup like a little bit of a base. You know, you can use anything that you want. Generally I tend to stick with like a gel-ish. You know, if you actually want a little extra coverage, I just put like a little bit on my finger. And I just spread it out on my nose, because my nose is my problem area. Woohoo, problem area, so I just put a little extra on my nose. Okay, next step is concealing. I actually have a 3-step concealing, because I'm cool. And they're all from Benefit, because I really like Benefit's concealers. And I use Boing, Erase Paste, and Lemonade. And they're all different kind of concealers. The first one I always start off with is Erase Paste, which is kind of a cream. Like, it's super creamy. Like, I don't know if you'd see it. And I just dip my ring finger in. Let me throw it. But see, it's just a really creamy consistency. And I just blend that on my under eye. And see how much of a difference that is? This is a beautiful under eye concealer. I love it. And I just repeat the process. And you can use a brush. I choose not to. Just blend it out. Okay. So that kind of just immediately gives your eye like an immediate, they feel better. Then for blemishes, I use Boing, which is an industrial strength concealer. It even says industrial strength concealer. And you can apply this with your finger or you can apply it with a brush. I use a brush. And I use my Essence of Beauty's concealer and foundation brush. I love this brush. And I just scoop some up on there. And I just go to where I have little blemishes and I kind of just pack it on. And I just do that all over. Okay. And around the nose. Okay, and then you just blend out, kind of feather it out with this. Okay, and as you can see, there's already a difference in my face. Look, it even made my hair disappear. Yeah, I tied it up. It was getting annoying. Okay, so the next thing I do is I take my Lemonade. This is an eye correcting It's also an eyelid primer, but I don't use this as just solely my primer. It's a lemony base, and I just put that all over my eyelids, which kind of, any bluish, it just kind of takes out any blue in your eyes. If some people have veins in their eyes, this is the perfect concealer, and it just kind of brightens up the entire eye. And it's all good for all skin tones. So as you can see, concealer, no concealer, and just look how much more alert it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the same. Okay, and here you are. So that's my concealing. I could technically leave like this because I don't need that much coverage, but usually during the summer I do like to put a mineral foundation over it. Now I have a couple different foundations I like to use during the summer. Obviously it changes for the winter, and I haven't really figured out my winter yet, like, because I usually switch to liquid in the winter. But I have 4 different foundations I tend to use during the summer, and they're all powders. Well, except for like one, which is kind of like a moisturizing powder. So I'm just going to go over them real fast. The first one is Pure Minerals, or Pure Minerals. It's just a pressed mineral foundation. This is a 4-in-1. So it's got your concealer, your it's got SPF, concealer, foundation, it's everything. So this is Pure Minerals. I usually keep this in my purse just because it is pressed for touch-ups. So that's one that I generally use. My Bare Minerals, this is one that I keep at home. I have it in medium tan. This one is in tan, and it has SPF. But this is a medium tan. You all know about this. It's a great mineral makeup. I also have Maybelline Mineral Power, but I used it all up, so I can't show it to you, but that's what I did use for a little while. And I have my Smashbox, okay, let's give it Halo Hydrating Perfecting Powder, and this is in medium. This is a really good foundation. I have a review on it coming. I love this stuff. I just hate the price tag. And the one that I have been recently loving so much because it's so light, doesn't cause me to like oil up a little at all, it's perfect for me, is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus. Perfect for me. Now, the one thing about all my foundations is I apply them with a kabuki. So, I'm going to be using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. As you can see, it's dirty because I use it a lot. And what I'm just going to do is going to take my kabuki, swirl it up in there, ta-da, and I apply it. And I kind of like, I know some people like just concentrate one. I just kind of go all over because I don't want too heavy a foundation. So I just kind of blend it in where necessary. So focus on where you need to. If you want a little bit of this on your kabuki and then spritz it with Fix Plus, gives you a little bit more of a fuller coverage if you need it. So I would generally do that around my nose, because that's where I break out a lot and it's just gross. Okay, so I'm all done with that. And so finally what I would do is I would do the rest of my makeup. I would do my eyebrows that I have to do. Just so you know, for my eyebrows, I use the Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner. It's like 96 cents and it's huge. I have sharpened this so many times. And or I use the MAC brow kit. It's got a little brow kit. I use in walnut and ivory, I think. But lately I've been using this because it says wax in it, so I don't have to set it. It's perfect. And then I'll do my blush, my eyes, and everything, and then I will set it with a setting powder. I use the Makeup Forever's HD powder, or I'll use the Coastal Scents powder, whichever one I'm closer. Generally, I tend to save this one because it was expensive, but I have Coastal Scents, and so there you go. There is my foundation routine for the summer. And as you can see, from start to finish, there is a huge difference in how I look. I look more awake, my face is even, so I hope you like, guys. Bye.